Bill,
and this is CHS Media,
your gateway to what's happening now.
Good morning, A plus 755 family. We are keeping it REAL on Tiger Hill today. Relationships, expectations, accountability, and leadership.
Today is March 31st, 2026. Each CHS student is challenged daily to make positive choices, think analytically to motivate selves and others while preparing to be college career ready with at least 12 dual credit hours.
The growth mindset word for this month is commitment. Commitment means deciding that something matters to you and sticking with it even when things get hard. It's not just saying I want this, it's saying I'm choosing this and staying with it.
Seniors, if you'd like to apply for the 100 Black Men Scholarship, the deadline is April 17, 2026 at 5 p.m. Further information can be gathered from your counselor or at the front desk. An ACT 20 Plus club will be established based on the scores from the test. In order to qualify, you must have a 20 or higher as your super score.
The 22 Pearls of Kansas, Mississippi Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority has a scholarship available. The essay is on the importance of college education, with a minimum of 250 words, but no more than 350 words. You must also submit an ACT or SAT score transcript with grades through December 2025 and a letter of recommendation from a community leader or school official.
Sophomores and juniors, if you are interested in becoming a United Way ambassador, please contact Ms. Love.
Let's view today's video from Texas A&M.
Howdy and welcome to Aggieland. We are excited to give you a brief virtual tour of Texas A&M's main campus. We will be highlighting a few buildings and traditions to give you an idea why Texas A&M is such a special place.
Texas A&M is the largest university in Texas with more than 130 undergraduate degree programs and a world-renowned faculty and staff. The university is located in College Station, Texas, affectionately known as Aggieland. Established in 1876, the Agricultural and Mechanical College of Texas was founded as a land-grant institution. At this time, it was an all-male institution and every student was required to be in the Corps of Cadets. That changed in 1963 when former university president James Earl Rudder changed the policy to admit women and renamed the institution to Texas A&M University to encompass the growing curriculum. This virtual tour invites you to join current students as they give you a glimpse into a few favorite places on main campus. We are excited you are here and welcome to Aggieland.
Prominently located on campus, the Memorial Student Center, or MSC, is the hub for student activity. Whether you're attending an organizational meeting, grabbing a bite to eat, or coming to relax, the MSC is the perfect spot. The MSC is a living memorial dedicated to those Aggies, past, present, and future, who have lost their lives in war. So please respect those fallen Aggies by removing your hats when you step inside the building and by not walking on the grass surrounding the facility.
The flag room is known as the living room of campus and the perfect place to catch up with a friend, listen to the piano, or take a nap. Right across the hall is the bookstore, Barnes & Noble at Texas A&M. Here you can grab a cup of coffee, find your favorite Aggie gear, and purchase or rent your textbooks before classes begin.
A special place in the MSC is the Hall of Honor. This area commemorates Aggies who have received the Congressional Medal of Honor. Additionally, at the end of the hall is the Aggies Lost in Service Memorial, a tribute to Aggies who gave their lives in wars.
The MSC is the best place to know what's happening on campus. Members of student organizations line the 12th man hallway to publicize events. If you are looking to relax, try playing games like pool or shuffleboard, watching TV, or playing video games with friends downstairs.
The MSC is also home to 2 art galleries, MSC student programs, the Department of Multicultural Services, and 3 dining areas.
Whether you are looking for a place to study, catch up with old friends, or meet new ones, no day in Aggieland is complete without making a trip through the MSC.
Academic Plaza is the heart of campus and is a favorite spot among Aggies, not only because of the beautiful landscape, but because of the rich traditions held here.
The Academic Building, completed in 1914, is one of the oldest and most adored buildings on campus. Many classes take place in this building, but one of the most interesting pieces lies in its center. If you did not know, each state displays a replica of the Liberty Bell in their capital city. However, in Texas, the Liberty Bell hangs proudly right here. The governor at the time, Allen Shivers, gave the bell to Texas A&M after World War II because no one suffered more than the Aggies. Below the bell is a campus seal, which was the gift from the class of 1978. It was roped off for preservation. Now, current students believe it is unlucky to step on any Texas A&M seal, believing that doing so would prevent you from graduating.
Located adjacent to the Academic Building is the Century Tree. The tree has been here for over 100 years and is a popular site for Aggie proposals. Tradition says that if you walk under the tree alone, you'll be alone forever, but if you walk under the tree with someone you love, you'll be together forever.
Here is the Lawrence Sullivan Ross statue, known to Aggies as Sully. Sully served as president of Texas A&M from 1891 to 1898 and led Texas A&M from a state of failure to a growing, prosperous institution. He is credited with saving the college because the Texas legislature wanted to close it down and build an insane asylum. Legend says that Sully marched into the meeting discussing Texas A&M's closure and punched the head Texas legislature, hence where we get the term Fightin' Texas Aggie.
Additionally, Sully helped students in whatever way he could, including tutoring them. Students tried to pay him, but he would simply ask for just a penny for your thoughts. Today, Aggies place a penny or more at the feet of the statue as a symbol of good luck. The money is collected by a selected student organization to be dispersed to a charity, student organization, or program on campus.
Silver Tax is a long-standing tradition that gives Aggies the opportunity to pay their respects to current students who have passed away in the preceding month. Held on the first Tuesday of each month if needed, at 10:30 p.m., all lights on campus are extinguished and students gather here. The Ross volunteers march to the plaza and fire their guns, and cadet buglers will place silver taps from the dome of the academic building to the north, west, and south, omitting the east because the sun will never rise on that Aggie again. It is a unique and powerful tradition that sets Aggies apart.
Similarly, Aggie Muster is a solemn tradition held each year on April 21st. It is said that if there is an A&M man in 100 miles of you, you are expected to get together, eat a little, and live over the days you spent at A&M College of Texas. On this day, Aggies come together to remember those who have passed away in the previous year. In this ceremony, we honor the memories of fellow A&M men and women whose death prevents their answering roll call at muster. The roll is a symbolic roll call of all students and former students whom death has taken from our ranks, but whose memory will live on forever in our hearts. As each name is called, a comrade will answer here.
Academic Plaza isn't just the center of activity and tradition on campus, but it is close to classes and student services like Sabisa, the best place for all you care to eat dining, or Evans Library, a great place to study or do research for a paper.
We're here at Kyle Field, the home of the Fightin' Texas Aggie football team. Kyle Field was established in 1904 when the chair of the Athletic Council, Edwin Kyle, ordered a section of agricultural land be fenced off for football. With 3 decks on all 4 sides, Kyle Field can hold over 102,000 spectators, making it the largest football stadium in the SEC.
During all football games and at most sporting events here at A&M, you will find that students will stand for the duration of the game. This is because of the tradition of the 12th man. The story of the 12th man dates back to 1922 when Texas A&M was playing Center College in the Dixie Classic. We were the underdogs at the time, and at halftime, if we had any more injured, we would have to forfeit the game.
The head coach, Dana X. Bible, remembered that a former football player by the name of E. King Gill was up in the press box identifying players. Bible called Gill down to suit up in an injured player's uniform and stand on the sidelines in case he was needed. E. King Gill never actually went into the game, but the Aggies went on to win, and he stood ready, just in case his team needed him. This is where the tradition of the 12th man comes from. It means that Aggies are always ready to lend a helping hand to a fellow Ag in need.
Another tradition here at Texas A&M is Midnight Yell. Legend says that in 1931, a group of cadets were gathered in Peanut Owens' dorm room when someone suggested that all of the freshmen should fall out on the steps of the YMCA building. The cadets told the senior yell leaders, who said they could not authorize it as an official event, but they might show up. Word spread and railroad flares were placed in the flower pots around the building, and thus the first Midnight Yell began.
Midnight Yell is held here in Kyle Field at midnight the night before every home football game. The yell leaders lead the crowd in a yell practice and the singing of the war hymn and the spirit of Aggieland. They also tell stories about how the Aggies are going to beat the hell out of whoever they're playing that week. At the end of the night, all of the lights in the stadium go out and the Aggies kiss their dates. If someone is without a date, they flick their Bics or hold up a lighter in hopes of finding another dateless Aggie.
As you can see, Kyle Field is steeped in tradition and is one of the most recognizable places on Texas A&M's campus. Be sure to experience a football game here for yourself. Don't forget to wear maroon, bring your 12th man towel, and prepare to yell.
Texas A&M is a special place filled with a history of service, camaraderie, and tradition.
It is a place that many students consider home even after graduation.
We hope you enjoyed this virtual tour and take time to explore campus on your own. It's a place we hope that you can consider home too. Thanks for joining us, and gig 'em!
It's time, birthday time. Put your hands together for the birthday time. Happy birthday to Debrico Webster, March 31st. Now we have final words from Principal Johnson.
All right, good morning and hello, Canton High School. Just a few announcements as we go ahead and begin our day. This week will be a week of benchmark testing on a different scale. In other words, it would be considered the students' bi-weekly assessment, and that would be for biology, algebra 1, as well as English 2. So the remaining, you guys still have your bi-weekly, but for those tested areas, we're going through a more secure route of testing, so we'll make sure that we know where our students are. So students, as you're testing, understand you have to take it seriously. Do not make an attempt to cheat. We need to know where you guys are so we can provide you that assistance that needs to be provided. So please make sure you are taking the test seriously. So biology 1 will be Monday and Tuesday. Algebra 1 will be Wednesday and Thursday. And English 2 will be Thursday, and then that following Tuesday when you return. So make sure you guys, again, make sure that you are taking those tests seriously. During the AM time, I'm expecting to see students. You know who you are, you've been identified. You guys should be attending morning tutorial as well, as we're trying to get everything we need to in place so that you guys will be ready for the real test, your state test. On Tuesday, there will be a field trip, College Fair USA, so I'm waiting for additional details about that to make sure that we have all the students in place for that. And we are also finishing up with ACT makeup, so if you're one of those students that need to be taking the ACT makeup, make sure that you're here for that. On Wednesday and Thursday, Mr. Robinson and other of our faculty and staff members have agreed to do paw prints for our seniors. So we'll be waiting on that, and we will be doing the paw prints for the senior class. So make sure that you are present. Wednesday will be an 80% day, so let's make sure that we are aware of that. But Wednesday will be our final 80% day. During this time, faculty and staff, Ms. Gilmore, will be meeting with you guys so we can go over our testing protocol. We are still planning to have our fashion show. This is planned for the 2nd at 5:30. It will be after school. Unfortunately, we cannot have it during school, but it will be after school. So we are definitely looking forward to this. So let's make sure that we come out and support. There will be a fee to get into the doors, but again, it always goes back to our seniors. Friday will not be school. This will be Good Friday, so let's make sure that we are understanding of that. However, school will be on Monday, so that following Monday on the 6th, there will be school. During the week of April the 5th, this will be our National AP Week. So let's make sure that we thank an AP. This will be Mrs. Knight, Mrs. Grant, and Mr. Dunnigan. All right, so I think that's about it for the announcements. Also, as a reminder, I'm so tired of having this conversation with students. I don't want to see the AirPods. I don't want to see the headphones, and I don't want to see your phone. Now, when you get in a position where you are a teacher, faculty, staff member, principal, doctor, lawyer, etc., then yeah, walk around with your phone. But here, no, don't do it. And you know those things. Just don't do it. Don't try to sneak and do it. You know, if your head is down too long, if you're covering your material on your desk with a book bag, we already know what you're doing. Your focus should be on your classwork, not on the phone, not on anything that you should not be on. Let's keep the focus where it needs to be, and I promise you, everything else will work itself out. That's about it for my announcements. I just want to make sure that we keep the course, make sure we are doing the things that we need to do, and then everything else will work itself out. Finally, the prom committee, you all did a phenomenal job. Everyone who was attached to prom, was photographers, the decorators, etc. Everything was lovely. I enjoyed it. All right, so with that being said, as always, we are keeping it real on Tiger Hill 755. Have an awesome and amazing week.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. Here are a few extra announcements from the student body.
Any and all information could be found here from the announcements on the Student Support Board.
Hey, do you like to sing? Do you want to travel and perform?
Then join the Voices of Canton High School, the premier choir program on Tiger Hill.
QR codes will be set up around the campus today.
Just scan the QR code with your Chromebook, answer the questionnaire, and you'll be good to go.
And don't forget, tryouts is April 10th, 2026.
And auditions will be held April 15th through the 16th, April 2026 from 4 to 5:30.
Come sing with the Voices of Kent High School.
One voice,
one sound,
one
one roar.
Prom was the past weekend, so let's see what's tea. The juniors and seniors ate down. Everything was clogged.
Those were your announcements, and as always, we are
Keeping it real on Tiger Hill 755. Have a great one.